Remote work is harder to come by as companies push for return to office. Back in 2020, when schools were still virtual and city dwellers were living their lives in masks, Jamie Dimon emerged as one of the earliest critics of remote work. There's a huge value to working together in terms of collaboration and creativity in training the younger people, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase told MSNBC in August that year. 3 years later, Dimon's message is unchanged. The difference now is that the sentiment has gone mainstream. Today, even Zoom's leadership is extolling the benefits of in-person work. What we found is, people have enjoyed coming back to the office, says Zoom's chief people officer Matthew Saxon. There is a buzz. There's something about being able to go have lunch with your teammates. With the pandemic declared over, much of the world seems to have settled on the idea that at least some in-person time is beneficial, even necessary, for workplaces. But what remains under hot debate is how much time is needed and who gets to determine that. Many office workers who enjoyed greater autonomy while working from home are not readily giving that up, even as their employers step up demands for them to come in. How and when to work has become a negotiation. For most people, it used to be a given that having a job meant going to an office. Now, it's a negotiation. These conversations, they're new. We never talked about how should we work every day. But now, we need to because there's so much change out there. As the months have passed, those conversations have taken on a more urgent tone. Employers now have research, albeit limited, to back up their demands. Studies have found people get more feedback when they're in the same space as their coworkers, leading to more opportunities for advancement. And while findings on productivity are mixed, there's evidence that fully remote workers encounter more friction when trying to convey. Having some say leads to satisfaction. In a recent survey of 1,500 office workers, Boston Consulting Group found 85% working in some kind of hybrid mode, and only 8% fully remote. Those surveyed said they believe they should be in person at least a third of the time, but preferred to have some say in when they come in. Compliance and satisfaction were higher when employees' hybrid schedules could vary each week, as opposed to following a set schedule. Post-COVID, for the first time ever, we are being told when and where to show up, and it just is sparking this reaction from people like, "Wait a minute, don't you trust me?" says Lavick. It's not yet clear what will happen at any of these companies if employees don't comply. In a statement, the investment bank Citi told NPR, "As necessary, we hold colleagues accountable for adhering to their in-office days, which for most employees is 3 days per week." Cooling economy puts pressure on workers. The cooling economy may be adding pressure on employees to be more visible on the job. Already, many workers are confronting the reality that fully and mostly remote positions are becoming harder to find, as we get farther and farther from the pandemic.